what you need to know to get started. Does your CRM provider offer, a way to implement your own security scheme within the CRM? It should be flexible enough to manage any unique environment that you guys might have. The provider should also be well-versed in security. If they're not sure, or if they say it's up to you, I'd be leery of those type of people because they're just trying to sell you licenses, and they really don't understand the art of designing and implementing a secure CRM. So obviously technology advisors know how to do it correctly, and that's why we partner with these guys. An access control scheme for performance and security. Again, if you partner with the right people, they're going to be able to tell you, here's the best way to do it. Here's some equipment. And that's the kind of feedback that you're going to want from your partner. And if you're not sure, what firewall and, what VPN to have and, what can fit with your budget and things like that, that's where the partner comes in, because they should be your, trusted advisor and have your best interest at heart and not worry about how many licenses and, how much money's coming in the door. They should make sure that that relationship is, top of mind and nurturing that relationship with good, solid security solutions is how that gets done. Auditing capabilities, again, you should be able to run a report through any CRM and find out who has access to what and when and for how long. So keep an eye on that when you're picking a good CRM. Tools for building it in transparency, governance, and compliance. Here's a big one, governance. These are rules and, here's the playing book for everybody. This is what we expect. If you're going to connect to my CRM in your home computer, you have to have this software. And I would say that my experience would tell me if you leave it up to somebody else, they're going to buy whatever they see on the shelf at Best Buy, and it's probably going to be wrong. And you can't monitor it like you could your own software. So you know what? I would pay for licenses for your, home users or, people that have home devices. If they want to access it, they have to be to your standard, and that's part of the governance and compliance. Otherwise, you have all these holes and windows of possible security breaches. Because if they get, their kids go on a site or they go on a site and they don't have the right software and they get infected with ransomware and they don't know it for 200 days, like our past client that I was talking about, they didn't know. It was 3 months. And you know why they do that? That's because they can then do a keylogger and get your banking information, any sites you log into. And now they have not only the administrative passwords, but now they have everybody's password in the network on any online banking that they're doing and everything else. Think about that. So if you've got 100 people, 200 people, 300 people, that's 300 times, the gold rush that they normally would have. So they don't want you to know that they're in there. And they'll transfer money out of accounts as fast as you can snap your fingers. So that's why they do that. What security functions do you have available to you in-house? Most people, most IT departments struggle with this a little bit. It's kind of what we read or what article we just saw or a blog or whatever. Get somebody in there that really has, this is the pond they swim in all the time. It might cost you a little bit of money, but let's say you invest 8 hours and now you've learned a great deal from them. So they mentor you on what to do and how to do it, and then you can go ahead and implement that on your own if you felt you could. And if not, you always have this relationship. You can bring them in to help you along and get things implemented faster while saving some money. What are your current access settings for the user roles? Obviously, I said you need to really map that out. And there's some good flow charts in there and some good documents online. For security, if you look at ITIL, ITIL, they have a very deep list of documents that you can download around governance and security. So take a look at that site, and if you follow that, you'll be